Hey, good people. I'm back again with part two of things you need to think about if you're starting a new YouTube channel. As promised, I'm going to try to give you the second part here, and I will just jump right into it. I think I mentioned this on the last video where rumors out, not rumor, but word is out. Word on the street is that YouTube is pushing out small creators. So that would be our time, or now is our time to shine. So hopefully some of these tidbits and tips that we're going to go over, hopefully that'll help myself and also you guys. What I'm noticing is that this is taking up a lot of time. You need to put in the time and effort, myself included. We need to put in the time and effort. Just like anything, if you're going to be a success at it, we're going to have to grind. We're going to have to, give it our all and put as much time into this as we can. Now, I do know that a lot of us, we have full-time jobs, and it's going to be a challenge and it's kind of hard, but I know we can get it done. And another thing to think about, there's no experience really that's needed to do this type of job. Some people are just naturally talented and they have the gift to gab. They can sell, as they say, they can sell ice to an Eskimo. I mean, that's just the reality of, this type of business. So, whatever your unique qualities and things like that, as a person, let it shine through, when you're doing your videos. And excuse me. Also, they said no editing. So if you've noticed, if you've watched any of my videos, you don't need to edit. At least when you're first starting off, because our main focus should be trying to get views, trying to get subscribers so that we can get monetized. So if you're going to edit, that's fine, but try to keep it to a minimum. And there is one thing, another very important thing I want to mention, but I'll save that to the end of the video. So please, if you can, watch to the end, and I'll go over that with you guys in a second. Also, I've noticed, get a mentor. I know a lot of us have favorites, and a lot of favorite YouTubers and and folks that we like to watch. I myself, I like to watch different types of content. But of course, the folks that, I'm not sure about you, but I know with myself also, with the folks that I watch, they have been established and they've been doing this for a long time. So, just kind of watch what they do. Don't necessarily copy what they do, but if we can watch what they do and see how, they've grown their channel and, things that they do on their channel. Also, do your research. I can't stress that enough. I've noticed myself doing a lot more research, and I'm finding that as a content creator, you're going to have to do that. Bottom line, you're going to have to research, and you're going to have to do your homework. And I find myself now when I sit down and watch a video, whereas before I was kind of like more relaxed and I just kind of did it, in my downtime. But now when I jump on here, I find myself, taking notes, watching different people, jotting things down, trying to jot down ideas and things like that. So do your research. It really comes in handy. It'll help out a lot. They're also saying don't blog your life. Some of the YouTubers are saying, and when you're first starting out, that that's not a really good idea. Basically, and they're not being rude about it, but basically they're saying that people don't want to know about your life necessarily. I know it sounds weird, it sounds rude, but when you're first starting out, people want quick content. They want you to, either teach them something or show them how to do something. They want information. So, vlogging your life, you out grocery shopping, or I don't know, picking up your kids or dropping them off your kids at school, or that type of content. They're saying when you're brand new, when we are green, they're saying that's not excuse me, that's not a good idea. So if you can, try to stay away from that content in the beginning. And I think I mentioned this yesterday, but yeah, this is not easy. It's not an easy thing to do, but a lot of the YouTubers have been doing it for a while. They make it look easy. And, I thought it was something that's easy to do, but I'm finding that it's not easy. And I think there are some titles I've come across and seen out there where they say YouTube is on easy mode. That may be for some people, like the ones who've been doing it for a while and who have put in the time and the effort. It may be easy for those folks because they've been doing this for a while. But if you're new like us, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, for a little bit until you get monetized, until you get the viewership and the subscriptions that you need, the subscribers. So just hang in there. Our day is coming. And then with that being said, don't quit your day job, folks. If you are working full-time or part-time, what have you, please don't quit your job. I mean, unless you have another one to go to, or, for other reasons other than YouTube. Don't quit your job for YouTube. It's just because it's going to take a minute to get monetized and have the revenue coming in. I mean, it may take years for some of us. Some of us, we might just take off, right away, but majority of us, it's going to take a while. So I wouldn't quit my job if I were you. That's just not wise right now if you're just starting out. I've already been over you have to research and you have to study and study other YouTubers and kind of see what they do. So we kind of already gone over that a little bit. And also, we need to help each other out, folks. If we can, subscribe to each other's channels, leave comments so that we can grow together. I find that, that's going to be very helpful. That happened to me, I think it was a couple of days ago. I was watching, it was another content creator, and I just innocently left a comment on there. And I was saying how I was starting out, and that person that content creator had inspired me to start a channel. And a couple of people just, out of kindness of their heart, and say, hey, I'll subscribe to your channel. Hey, I will too. And, that meant so much to me. So if you guys are watching and you're the ones that did that, I really, really appreciate it. That meant a lot. And so in turn, of course, I saw, looked them up and saw that they had a channel. Because it shows when you reply to people's content. And if you have a channel, I think it's like highlighted, and you can click on it, and then you can go to their channel and subscribe to their channel. So it's real easy. It's real easy, to do. But I really, really appreciate that. And also, YouTube is constantly changing. Again, being a viewer, I didn't notice all of the little nuances and the things that go into, creating a video. But now that I'm trying to be a content creator, I've noticed, by watching a lot of videos, that the information and things that you receive, it is a lot. And yes, things are constantly changing, the algorithm and the way YouTube does things and how they put information out and how you should put your information out is constantly changing. So that's, again, going back to the research. We have to do our research and, keep up on the latest, information that's out there. And, no one, what is it, how they say, one size doesn't fit all, when it comes to creating content. You're going to have to pretty much, be true to yourself. Just be yourself. Not all of us are, how can I say, like car salesmen. You know, not all of us, myself, I can just speak for myself. I don't think I can sell ice to an Eskimo. I mean, I'll try, but I have to work at it. So, don't get discouraged if, you see someone you subscribe to, or some of these others that started, maybe before you, after you did, and their channel takes off. Don't let that discourage you, because everybody's different. Everybody uses different tactics and different things to get their channel, off the ground. And, that leads me to my next point, strategy. There is a strategy to this, believe it or not. And again, that's when your research have to come in. You have to research and look up different strategies and things that will work for you. Because again, one size doesn't fit all. What may work for you may not work for me, and what works for me may not work for you. So we'll have to, look. You have to look up and see how you're going to strategize and how you're going to work your channel. And then again, too, making your content simple and easy to understand for a lot of people. Try not to go over, someone's head. It's like, because we don't know who our audience is going to be at this point, because we're just starting out. So the more basic we try to keep things, I think the better. Basically, I guess kind of like, I don't want to say dummy it down, but I guess that's what I'm saying, because I know you guys are very intelligent out there, but, using big words and concepts and things like that, a lot of people may not, be able to catch on to that. So it's best to just try to keep things simple. And when you, trying to explain things to people, just try to keep it simple. And basically, we're going to have to, and I've found myself, because this is like, I don't know, my 5th or 6th video, maybe 7, I'm not sure, I lost count. But I just find myself, living, eat, sleep, and blank, you fill in the rest, exclamation point, question mark, ... I don't want to use profanity, but you get what I'm trying to say. We're going to have to basically live and breathe YouTube. To be, in my opinion, to be successful. And then I just find myself, thinking about it all the time. And it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Excuse me. It's not a bad thing. It's, I like it. It's starting to, and then I'm getting passionate about it. And I just find myself, when I go to sleep, it's like, I'm just thinking, okay, what can I do? All these ideas and things are, running around in my head. I'm like, oh, what can I do next? Or, what can I look up? Or, what can I talk about next? So I think it's exciting, trying to come up with new ideas and things to do. And also we need to treat this like a business, folks. We're basically entrepreneurs, and we're going into business for ourselves. And that's going to lead me to the last point I kind of wanted to make. But, this is really a business. YouTube is a big business. They make a lot of money. And they're in it for the money. So by us coming on here, I would think, most of us are in it for the money also. Probably some more than others. but it is a business. And so with that being said, we've got to take care of ourselves and, you know, make sure, we're presenting our best selves as best as we can, putting in the work, like when you go to work, you go to your 9 to 5 every day, you're going to have to, give YouTube your attention every day. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that you're putting out videos daily. And I think I had mentioned that yesterday in part one. I mean, that's the advice that some of the YouTubers are giving. They're saying put out content daily. That might be a little bit harder for some people to do, myself included, because we do have full-time jobs and stuff. But um, we're gonna rather what I guess what I'm trying to say is, show up for your YouTube channel every day. Again, that may not necessarily mean you're recording a video, but if you're not recording a video, we need to be doing our research. We need to be looking at other content creators. We need to be taking our notes, that sort of thing, so that we can stay on top of it and, preparing and getting ready for the next video so that we can put our content out there so they can get seen, so we can get views, and so we can get subscribers, and so we can ultimately get monetized, which I think that's why we're all here. Which will kind of bring me to my last point I wanted to make. And I haven't really heard a lot about this brought up. And I guess I don't know if it's taboo or what, but I'm going to just go ahead and put it out there. The revenue part, the taxes. Now, I'm not a tax expert. I don't claim to be. I'm not an accountant. But I do know a little bit about this area, and I'm not sure if a lot of people are aware, especially our younger YouTube creators or folks that maybe haven't had a 9 to 5 or maybe have never worked. I'm not sure. But I do want to mention when your channel blows up, which it will, right? I hope it does, and I hope I blow up too, one day. But when our channels blow up, or when you guys blow up and you start getting the money and you get monetized and all that, you get the viewership and you get the subscribers, and you blow up, and I think it's called AdSense when you become eligible for it and you start getting the money. And I was trying to do some research on this last night, but I believe the dollar amount is $600. I'm not sure, because what they're saying, what I've read is that YouTube doesn't pay out until you reach, I think, $100 in revenue, and then I think they'll pay you, or just you can do like a direct deposit to your account and that sort of thing. And I think once you reach $600, I believe. Now, don't quote me. You guys can look it up and do your research. But $600 and up, YouTube will send you, there's a form, a tax form at the end of the year, just like, you get from your job, your 9 to 5. They're going to send you a tax form. And what you do with that, you will have to claim that on your taxes. So I'm not sure if a lot of people know that. But if you start making a lot of money, like the tens of thousands, I mean, again, anything over above that, I guess it's 600. Again, don't quote me, I'm not sure. But anything above whatever that dollar amount is, make sure you seek out an accountant or you consult with a tax expert, because there's a lot that goes into when you're in business for yourself, and then when you file taxes, because the revenue that you get, their taxes are, I don't believe that, now I could be wrong, but the taxes I don't believe are taken out right away. So you have to file that on the back end. And the reason I say that is because my husband has like a little side gig that he does. He's a referee, so he does sports. He does basketball for high school and college. And at the end of the year, he gets those forms, and we have to put it on our taxes. And it's quite a lot that that gets taxed. I think when you're in and there's different schedules and things you have to fill out. So again, make sure you consult with a tax expert. But I believe the percentage, it can be like For him, I think it's 30%. So it can be around that range. But again, don't quote me on that. I'm not exactly sure what the percentages is because everybody's tax situation is different. But just make sure you consult with someone and you put your money away to pay that tax bill because it can be pretty hefty. If you start making a lot of money on here, I personally, if I were you and me, what I would do, what I'm gonna do is let's say if I make $20,000 in a month, I'm gonna put 10 grand away of that, into my savings for taxes at the end of the year. Because if you're making $20,000 a month times 12, excuse me, times 12, I don't know, I can't do the math in my head. What is that? 200, 240,000. I'm not sure. I think 240,000, maybe around there. Just think, maybe 30% of that you have to pay in taxes. So do the math. Okay. Again, don't quote me on the percentages, but you are going to have to pay taxes on the money, the revenue that you receive. Now you get, the lower end amount. Again, I don't know what that magic dollar amount, I believe is 600, but 600 and up, you're going to get that tax form and you will have to pay taxes on that money, on that revenue. So folks, just keep that in mind. Again, I haven't seen a lot of that discussed, well, at least not on my channel, my feed. I haven't seen a lot of that discussed. But again, I'm not a tax expert and I can't give you tax advice because, I'm not an accountant or anything like that. But just make sure you consult with somebody who is an accountant or a tax expert to see what your tax situation is. Okay. So that's about all I want to say on this video. And I'll just leave you guys with that. I can't think of anything else, but working on the next video and we'll see if we can come up with some more content. So have a good night. Well, it's night for me when I'm recording this. So I wish you all a very good night and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.